This morning on DC News Now, relatively mild start to the day for many of us. Many of us starting off into the 40s. At this point in time, we'll see high temperatures bouncing back low 50s this afternoon and even warmer as we get towards the middle of the week. Of more details, we'll get towards the rest of that 7-day forecast coming up.
Also coming up this morning, 5 shootings on Saturday, 3 of them deadly. Our Lex Wars is live this morning with what we know after another weekend of violence in the district.
Plus, a new 911 call center director has been named for D.C. We'll tell you who that person is coming up.
And the suspected Chinese surveillance balloon will fly no more. How the military shot it down.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, good Monday morning to you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey James.
Good morning, I'm Tanaya Wright. We're going to start you off with a live look outside on this Monday morning. Jackie, is much warmer today than we saw this past weekend.
Most certainly so, and you'll notice that as you're stepping out the door this morning, many of us are running at least 10 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday morning at this time, and we'll likely see those high temperatures this afternoon into low 50s. Again, for those highs for your Monday afternoon, but overall not too bad of a start out there. That camera shakes a little bit every so often. We're starting to notice that breeze picking up, and that wind will certainly pick up later on this afternoon. Those temperatures right now, 48 right now in the district, 43 in Fredericksburg, 48 right now in Manassas. So we just jumped up not too long ago. We were until low to mid 30s not too long ago. We're upper 30s in Hagerstown though. 41 in Cumberland, 48 currently in Woodstock, mid 30s over towards Waldorf right now. Now, as we look at that temperature difference from yesterday morning, this morning many of us running at least 10 degrees warmer, but notice a larger difference in Cumberland and Martinsburg. We're running at least 20 degrees warmer. Those winds are starting to pick up, seeing that breeze mainly between 5 and close to 10 miles per hour. A few locations in excess of the 10 mile per hour sustained winds. We'll likely see some gusts in excess of 30 miles per hour this afternoon. Radar is mainly clear aside from a few of those splotches of green back out just mainly north and west of I-81. Can't have that chance for that passing sprinkle, mainly farther off towards the north and west out towards the mountains region. If you're heading out trying to walk the dog this morning before you head into work, those temperatures will be varying upper 30s to low 40s by about 8 a.m. as we get towards 9 a.m. into the mid to upper 40s by then, and we're going to be making a run for those low 50s later on this afternoon. So overall mild out there today, even warmer the next couple of days. More details coming up, but Shanika's here with an important look at traffic. How are those roadways this morning?
Well, we're still in Bowie where there was a crash involving a tractor trailer and car. It looks like things are clearing up. 301 heading northbound. Excuse those cameras. Let's flip over to the map. So heading north toward 50 is where you'll find that issue, and just move over if you can. So that crash happened right between 197 Collington Road and Governor's Bridge Road. You're looking pretty good though. Earlier you were blocked off completely, causing some traffic to even head into the parking lot to get around that. Over to Parole. Now this is heading westbound coming out of Baltimore, or Annapolis rather. We do have an overturned vehicle taking the left lane and the shoulder. So do watch for police activity here. It's not as bad. You would probably tap your brakes a bit. Now over to Rock Creek. We had an issue earlier this morning that was heading north right between Waterside and Shoreham Drive due to police activity. That cleared. So you're good to go in Rock Creek Park. If that's your normal way of traveling, you're good to go. DC 295 real quick heading southbound. It is starting to slow down.
All right, Shanika, thank you. Here are your top stories on this Monday morning. 3 people are dead after a string of shootings and stabbings over the weekend in D.C. The number of homicides now sits at 21 this year. Alexa Wars is going to be live in just a few minutes with the latest.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill calling foul after a suspected Chinese surveillance balloon drifted across the U.S. last week. It was shot down off the coast of Carolina over the weekend. Chinese officials insist that it was a civilian weather balloon.
And a 6 Memphis police officer has been fired in connection to the beating and death of Tyree Nichols. Preston Hemphill was suspended shortly after Nichols' arrest. Now, Hemphill was the 3rd officer to arrive after Nichols was pulled over, but was not there when Nichols was beaten.
And this morning, a powerful 7.8 magnitude earthquake hit parts of Turkey and Syria overnight. For reference, the 2010 earthquake that hit Haiti killed more than 200,000 people. Well, that one registered at a lower 7.0. Right now, rescue and recovery efforts are underway. Officials in Turkey are already reporting more than 1,300 deaths. All right, your time right now is 6:04 this morning. It was another violent weekend here in the district. D.C. police are now looking for suspects in 2 murder cases. The shootings happened on Saturday. Our Lex Wars is live this morning outside of police headquarters in Northwest. So Lex, tell us what we know so far.
Well, 3 people were killed in those shootings, and the shootings happening all across the district. Now, the most recent one happened at the Orchard Park Apartments deep in Ward 8. 25-year-old Darnell Peoples was shot and killed around 7 o'clock on Saturday night. Police are still looking for the person who pulled the trigger. 3 hours before that, 39-year-old Aaron Robinson was shot and killed inside of the Liz Donahue apartment entrance. Now that's on Spring Road Northwest near Columbia Heights neighborhood. No suspect in that case either. Well, the first Saturday shooting happened on the 21st Place Northwest. That is where 32-year-old Gregory Wilkins was shot to death, and neighbors tell us that they're taking action after the continued violence.
Right here where, you're raising a family, something like that is happening. We kind of want to just get far away and start over, and Texas is that for us.
Well, a 27-year-old was arrested and charged with second-degree murder in that most recent shooting, the 21st Place shooting. Now, with the 3 murders that happened over the weekend, homicides in the district for this year are now up to 21 people killed in the city. Live in Washington, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
All right, Lex, thank you. Happening now, U.S. lawmakers clashing with Chinese officials after the Air Force shot down a suspected Chinese spy balloon this weekend. Now, Saturday, the FAA closed airspace and grounded flights above the Carolina coast so that pilots could shoot down that balloon. According to China, it was a civilian airship used to research weather. Well, President Biden ordered the balloon to be taken down last Wednesday. Defense officials warned against it until it was not a danger to people on the ground.
We got to the airport today. We checked out the, as the way in, we got to look up and you could see the balloon and saw the jets kind of circling it or whatnot.
Republican lawmakers are accusing China of deliberately surveilling sensitive U.S. military sites. The Pentagon also saying there is a similar Chinese balloon floating over Latin America. The Chinese government has not commented on that balloon. And back in the district, we are learning more about an inmate in D.C. police custody who was found dead in his cell. Officials say 44-year-old Marquez Parker died last Thursday, just 4 hours after his arrest. Now, officers say they found him unconscious and not breathing during a check. Parker was facing armed kidnapping charges after allegedly forcing a woman into a car at gunpoint and then attacking her with that gun last July. No word yet on what caused his death.
And D.C. now has a new 911 director at a time when the agency has come under fire for problems like misrouted calls that could have led to multiple deaths. Heather McGaffin is the mayor's pick to lead the 911 call center. The previous director was Kamira Holmes. City Council warned the mayor that Holmes would not get the job permanently because of leadership problems outlined in a D.C. auditor report. But McGaffin is no stranger to the agency that is under intense scrutiny.
Director McGaffin joined OUC in October 2020 as the Chief of Special Operations and Executive and Investigations and became Deputy Director in February 2022.
Mayor Bowser says she thinks McGaffin is the best person for the job, even after a national search. All right, well, things heating up this week in West Virginia. House of Delegates passing a ban on gender affirmation surgery.
And this is a controversial step other states are also taking. The House voted to ban gender reassignment, also known as gender affirmation surgery, for anyone under the age of 18. Now, LGBTQ+ activists say high rates of suicide attempts by transgender kids should point to the reason why the medical treatments are needed. However, supporters of the bill say they are concerned underage kids are not well informed to make those decisions.
It protects the children from erroneous decisions by parents. Let these people make these decisions when they're of age.
I think it's going to be terrible for gender diverse children seeking gender affirming care here in West Virginia. I mean, the suicide rates are 40%, and this is a great treatment for them.
The Senate is now considering the bill. If it becomes law in West Virginia, opponents plan to file a lawsuit in federal court.
And staying in the Mountain State, the efforts to keep cigarettes out of the hands of teens. That is the goal for one new bill that would raise the legal age to buy tobacco products from 18 to 21. Another proposal included in the bill that would make it illegal for adults to smoke in a car with a child under the age of 16. Now, this will hold whoever's in that vehicle accountable, where the child has no choice but to breathe in the chemicals in the air.
We look at the society of the addiction that we have, we start understanding that it starts at a very young age. And when you have a precursor exposure to the basis form of addiction, which is, nicotine addiction, tobacco, vaping, whatever, then we know that those young people are going to be more likely to be addicted going in life.
The bill is headed to the Finance Committee. If it passes, it will then head to the Senate floor. Meantime, the West Virginia House of Delegates has voted to ban credit card companies from tracking the purchases of guns and ammunition. Some credit cards do that with an electronic code, but there are concerns they're creating a national database of gun owners. Critics say that's a clear violation of the Second Amendment. The House approved the ban with a unanimous bipartisan vote.
95-0, you like to see that, certainly. And I think this is a privacy concern as well. I mean, on either side of the aisle. I think that's why it's bipartisanly supported. What are we going to track next, right? So now it's guns and ammunition today. What happens next?
Now, if this does become law, this covers any credit card companies that track gun and ammunition purchases in West Virginia. Now, they will be banned from bidding on any state contracts. All right, your time.